Morning car lovers, welcome back. Bobby Freeman here, and as you can see I can barely fit this thing on the actual screen. This, my friends, is the Land Rover Defender, and in particular the Land Rover Defender 130, which is basically a massive beast of a Land Rover Defender compared to the 110 and the 90. And I've been really looking forward to driving this on the show because I've got a real soft spot for Land Rovers, and I've got many soft spots for many things, but I particularly love, probably because I grew up on the farm, the Land Rover Defender. Now, when they first said they were going to revamp it, they're getting rid of the old Defender, they're going to renew it, I thought to myself, there's no way. They're going to completely lose the essence. It's going to look, new and modern and space age. And wow, I was wrong about two things. No, I was right about two things. It was modern and it was space age, but my God, did they keep the essence of that old Defender. I absolutely love what the designers have done here. The designers have done here. It's truly spectacular. As I say, this is the 130, the latest version of it, which basically means it's a lot longer than the other ones, in a nutshell. So I could stand here in the rain and get soaking wet and chat even longer, or we could have a look around the car and get inside in the dry and show you what it's like. So guys, let's have a look around it. It's going to take quite a while because it's such a long beast, this. But look, this is what I say. They've captured that essence of the previous Defender. Apologies if I'm going over old ground here, but this is the first time I've actually featured a Defender on my show. So as we go in here, I mean, look, every angle you could say that is Defender. I mean, not least because it's got Defender written across the front of it, but even if it didn't, you can tell it just basically looks like the old car, but kind of like it's gone through a transformation, like they've sent it into the future and then sent it back again. I love it. I love these kind of sort of, what do you call them? I don't even know what this is called, like textured bits on the bonnet there, and these cool matrix headlights on the front, big, beefy, substantial bumper, great big ground clearance as well, obviously, because this is not just a for show 4x4, this is actually a real 4x4, which will go off-road 100%. Beautiful big. I love the color contrast, and this as well with the grey and the black. I love a bit of grey and black. Nice. I think this has actually got the black pack on it as well. So we've got the black grills here, got black wheels, but well, they look a bit brown at the moment because this car is a little bit dirty. But if there's ever a car that's going to look better with dirt, it will be this. And this, you can really see here the length of the thing. Look at that. It's got 8 seats in this monster, so we'll be having a look at them later. Nice side pedals here. Side pedals, like climbing, I don't know what, oh my God, what do you call them? Side things that you climb up on and put your foot on like that. Yeah, that's the technical term for it, I think. Again, you get an idea of the length of the car here. Look at that. Great big tyre on the back, obviously, because it is a Defender, and I love the design of the lights here as well. It's absolutely fantastic. Look from around the back. There we go. It's literally a classic Defender. You cannot mistake it. I love it, love it, love it. Look, guys, that gives you a general idea of what it looks like. I think, as I say, I'm getting absolutely soaked here, so let's get inside and have a look at the interior. So this is where it departs slightly from the previous Defender. I mean, it's still got a kind of an essence to it, but it really has been, majorly updated in here. It was kind of really old and plasticky in the old Defender. Pretty cool as well, kind of, in its own kind of way, but they've really kind of brought this into the modern world. As you can see, start off with this steering wheel, but again, they've still made it feel kind of, they brought it into the modern, but it's still kind of chunky and rugged. It's not, I wouldn't call it luxury, but it's kind of I'd call it luxury rugged. Luxury? Ruggery. Luxury, I don't know, but I think you kind of get what I mean. We've got a lovely, obviously great big digital dash here. I'll put the engine on. Let's turn that music off in case I get done for copyright. All digital in here, which is very, very nice. It's got a beautiful, absolutely wonderful, massive, really cool looking screen here for the infotainment system. By the way, this new infotainment is 1,000,000 times better than the old Jaguar. Look how quick it reacts. It's just truly wonderful, and a piece of engineering beauty as well, I think, sitting there on the dash. Nice big buttons over here, so you can press them while you've got gloves on when you're out off-roading. I like the fact they've kept the old style gear stick up there. And it's also up there on the dash as well, which is a nod to the original Defender. There's all sorts of kind of handles and grab handles and little nooks and crannies. I don't know why I'd be holding on down there. Maybe if I was driving on a particularly jaunty angle. They've got all these exposed screws here. I love that kind of, and I'm not sure what, this is not carbon fiber, it's just some sort of textured, sort of nice quality soft touch plastic. Have you got an extra little kind of nice grab rail there? Huge, enormous door bins down here, absolutely massive. And then as we pan across, let's say I've mentioned the gear stick and the controls over here. You've got all sorts of hill hill descent and off-road settings over here as well. Down here you have a couple of USBs, a USB-C and a normal USB. What's under here? A 12-volt charger, excellent if you're old-fashioned like I am. And then a ginormous kind of space down there. You can see it down here, so look at all that. Absolute colossal amount of space down there. I love it, love it, love it. Space there to put your drinks or your key in this case. Another little space here, looks like a wireless charging bit. Excellent, great, big, wide. If you've got abnormally fat arms, unlike myself, or if you're a lifter, you'll have ample room, even with a gigantic arm on there. Let's pull it up, have a look at the storage space. Slightly smaller than we might expect under there, although it does have a nice little button here, which makes this area cool to keep your sandwiches cool. You could keep, I reckon, it's actually quite deep, look. Ooh, there's something a bit sticky in the bottom there. I won't ask what that is, but I reckon you could probably get around 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 rounds of a beef and horseradish sandwich. As we look over the passenger side, again, loads of space to store various things and handles over here to hold on to stuff when the ride gets a bit hairy. You've got another USB-C I've just noticed down there as well. It's gonna be similar over there. Leather's kind of nice. It's you know, they're not what you call sporty seats, but you wouldn't really expect sporty seats, something like this. They're just nice, comfortable, good quality leather. Looks like, is that cooled seats as well? Where's the thing for the heated seats? I don't know, we'll have to check that later. But this is absolutely amazing. So this is a mirror, obviously, you see out the back, but you can also, if you've got kids and people jumping around the back, also the visibility is, obviously it's quite a long way to the back window there. Not great visibility, however, if you do this, that is actually a camera screen. That's the image from a camera, and that is now a screen. So I could put my hand kind of, look, I'm doing this with my hand, look, but there you can see nothing. I think that is an absolutely incredible feature. I've never seen that before in any other car. I don't know, maybe they do it in the other Range Rover or something, but that's the first time I've seen it. I think that's truly wonderful. Also, if you put it into reverse, have a look at this, right? So you've got this obviously reversing camera here, we've all seen, we've got this 360 above camera. However, hang on, why has it disappeared? Reverse, please. Reverse. If you press here, look at this, and then I press here, I have no idea how it is doing that. I desperately want to find out, but that's even cooler than this thing up here. I mean, good God, we are literally living in the future. So then here we are in the back. Welcome to the back of the Range Rover, and I have got absolutely acres of space here. Just look, it's such a nice, relaxing place to be. Look how much legroom I've got here. As we know, I am a 6-footer. Absolutely tons of legroom there, and you know, there's no hump in the middle as well, so people can sit in the middle easily. This area here is absolutely fantastic. One of the nicest back seats I've sat in, I think. You can also bring the seat forward if you want to. If you want less leg room, that's actually giving more leg room to the people in the back, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But if not, you've got an absolute, it's like being in first class, except with no champagne and caviar. It's also got the lovely panoramic roof, which I've talked about before. I do like a panoramic roof in an SUV. It makes it very, very light and airy in here as well. Look at the distance you see. It feels like I'm miles away from the people in the front seats. It's almost kind of a sort of like a minibus or something, but a very cool one, which you can drive through a river in. However, now you find me in the very back row. This is an 8-seater car. You got the middle row there, front row at the front. So I'm now in the back. Now, I have to say, legroom is a little bit on the tight side now, but I did say you can move these seats forward. So as I said, there's so much legroom to spare in there, you can move them forward. So I just haven't done it at the moment. I just wanted to demonstrate what it's like before you do that. But generally speaking, if I had another couple of inches here, I wouldn't want to be in here for too long, if I'm absolutely honest, but it's definitely comfortable for some adults to travel in it for short distances. Kids, absolutely no problem at all. And in my experience, kids love to go in like the back row. It's something new and exciting, and my son will absolutely love this. You've also got the option to have all the seats heated to every single row, so that's very nice. You've got separate air vents here, that's good. Little cup holders here as well, and even a tiny little thing here for just, I'm not sure what you could put that. If you had a lazy hamster, you could lay them to rest in there. That sounds like they've died. I mean, you know, just not actually lay it to rest, but give it a break from, I don't know, whatever hamsters do. And if you can find a more bizarre analogy for anything to put in that little pocket there, I will give you 10 English pounds. So then let's have a look in the boot, and as you'd expect in here, it's absolutely ginormous. Good Lord, look at the size of that boot. You could fit several small families in the back of here, but definitely one 40-year-old man, as you're going to find out right now. Oh, forgot I got my glasses on. As you can see, this is a cavernous space. Look at it. I'm stretched out. It's a shame it's not a nice day. Actually, no, it is. It's a shame it's a bad day because I'm sheltering nicely from the rain, relaxed and not supremely comfortable. I wouldn't want to lie here for too long, but also look, another little sunroof in the back. It's absolutely fantastic. A power point over here as well, 12 volt. Have we got one over here? No. Tethering points here, also up here. It's generally also up here as well. In fact, no, that's not a tethering point. That's a seat belt. Ignore me. Another USB power point up here. It's just like it's just like a utility laden vehicle. I'll get out just so you can have a proper look again. Absolutely fantastic. And then obviously you can have the rear seats folded, the middle seats folded as well to create an absolutely stupendously big space, for which apparently I'm reliably informed you can actually sleep in. So you're probably thinking it's going to be, you know, sort of a rough, bumpy, kind of rugged ride like the last Defender, like the original Defender. But I tell you what, it is extremely refined for all its kind of ruggedness and solid and no nonsense kind of sort of off-roady look to it. On the road, I tell you what, this is the 3-litre diesel version, and it is smooth as silk, just glides along absolutely beautifully. Even on these terrible British roads, the drive is absolutely sublime. And as you know, I drive a Jaguar XF, which is known for being it's a great big, long, smooth, cruising executive car. But I tell you what, it's got nothing on this. This is, I think I'm in danger of falling in love a little bit here. It's kind of got all that kind of fun you'd expect of a Land Rover Defender, because, you know, when I first got in it, I was looking at a Discovery as well this morning. When I first got in it, I just had this huge smile on my face. Just everything around you just makes you feel like it kind of ignites that 9-year-old boy in you. And I always think it's a fantastic thing for a car to have. And as you just saw, this is a ginormous, hugely, long tank of a car, yet you don't get a sense that it's enormous. You could just be driving the 90, you know. From up here, you really don't sort of notice any difference. I suppose when you put your foot down a little bit and you throw it into a corner, you do feel a little bit that extra weight because it's a much heavier car, obviously. But generally speaking, you could be driving any Defender. See, I'm pootling around this. That's a good adjective, that, isn't it? Pootling. I'm pootling around these little country lanes here, specifically just to try it, see what it's like. And it's no problem at all. The steering's nice and light. Throttle's super responsive. That 3-litre engine purrs along absolutely beautifully. You couldn't even tell it was a diesel, to be honest. It's so kind of smooth. Now, they do it in a 5-litre as well, which I assume is the petrol. Now, I would love to get my hands on that thing. But this, if I put my foot down, kickdown's pretty good. It's not bad at all, to be honest. It's, it's not sort of what you call super rapid, but don't forget this is a super heavy car. So it gives you enough pickup and enough oomph to put a smile on my face. Fortunately, air suspension is standard on these 130s, which is very welcome on these bumpy English country lanes, and is saving my ass from a right pummeling. And I also, I don't believe it. Look at this. Let me turn the camera around quick. There's a flood. Can we see that? Yes, this is absolutely perfect. Oh my God, we're driving a Land Rover going through a flood. Oh yeah. Oh my God, I can't see where we're going. Woo! My God, I don't know if I can get that camera straight now. I'll assume that's kind of right, but my God, what a perfect time to go through a flood. That's amazing. Oh dear, the camera's fallen over. I literally could not have planned that better. I'm so happy about that. That's awesome. So we now know it goes through a flood. That's a big Land Rover tick. Tell you what, I knew it was probably going to be good, but I honestly didn't expect it to be this good. It's kind of really getting under my skin. I mean, I know Land Rover drivers, tend to stay as Land Rover drivers. They're one of the most loyal customers of any car brand, and I've never had one, but driving this, I tell you what, I can kind of see why. So guys, as you can probably tell, this has kind of blown me away a little bit today. I've always been a fan of Land Rover Defenders, as I've said, but I don't know what I expected. I tell you what I expected. I expected with this 130 it to be a big, cumbersome brute of a car, and I suppose on paper it probably is, but the difference is it just genuinely doesn't feel like one. It's an absolute joy to drive. This engine is just, the finesse and the smoothness and the engineering is absolutely on another level. Way better, as I say, than my Jaguar XF. Obviously leaped on a few bounds in terms of technology, and I cannot fault it. I could not fault it. You've got a ton of room in the back for acres of camping equipment and children and dogs and livestock and all sorts. It drives super smoothly. The engine is fantastic. It picks up really well, and it looks absolutely, it's got to be the best looking Land Rover of any of their range, I think. Absolutely fantastic. The styling is wonderful. It's true to its old original self. Literally, I can't think of one bad thing to say about it. I love this car. In fact, you know, I genuinely, absolutely, it's got me. I love it. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video today. I've genuinely really enjoyed making it for you. I cannot wait to drive my next Land Rover. In fact, look out for the next video, because next week I'm going to be doing the original Defender, but actually taking it off-road. So if you want to watch that video, click in the thing up there. But until then, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed watching it as much as I did making it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press the like button if you like the video, and if you want to support the show, head over to the Patreon page or click the join button below this video. But until next time, guys, I am Bobby Freeman. Drive safe.